Geulah Rav Pinches Winston, Day 3. An interesting piece of information that is especially relevant to our generation comes from the Arizal, who taught, in the future, Moshe himself will reincarnate and return in the last generation, as it says, you will die with your fathers and rise up. Dvarim 31:16. In fact, in the final generation, the Dor HaMidbar will also reincarnate with the Erev Rav. Thus, the generation of the desert, along with the Erev Rav, will reincarnate in the final generation, like in the days of leaving Egypt. Micah 7:15. Sha'ar Gilgulim, chapter 20. Difficult as this may be to believe, the Arizal revealed that the souls of the Jewish people at the end of history will be the same souls of the Jewish people from the beginning of our history. One of the main reasons for this will be tikkun, that is, rectification of the sins that they committed. We already know how 4/5 of the Jewish population in Egypt died in the plague of darkness for not wanting to leave Egypt. However, from the 1/5 that did leave, millions died over the course of 39 years for not wanting to go into Eretz Israel. And it is those souls that return at the end of history to make amends for that tragic sin. It is important to recall that the spies who spoke badly about Eretz Israel had been the leaders of the people. The people themselves had experienced the exodus from Egypt, the splitting of the sea, and the giving of the Torah by God himself. They were therefore on a very high spiritual level and could only have heeded the spies' advice if doing so had appeared as a mitzvah in their eyes. That is why they were so shocked by God's reaction and tried immediately to ascend to Eretz Israel as a result. Before anyone belittles Eretz Israel and the idea of Aliyah, he has to ask himself, where does that urge come from? He or she has to wonder, am I perpetuating the sin of the spies? Am I here to rectify that sin and failing to do so? Should I feel less confident about my negative attitude towards the land of my fathers? We may not be able to answer the questions with certainty. However, it would be foolish to downplay the possibility that our being present at this late stage is primarily to rectify at the end of our history what went wrong at the beginning of our history. It's our soul that drives us. In a generation that has the possibility of living in Eretz Israel as well as in the diaspora, it helps to know which one. Leilui Nishmat Yaakov Yehuda ben Israel Shlomo Zichrono Livracha and Dvorah bat Yitzchak Yehuda Zichrono Livracha. Submitted by Anonymous. And just on a personal note, it is difficult a little bit to be a Torah observant Jew in Eretz Israel. We do understand that Erev Rav is in charge of the state of Israel, the Zionist state of Israel. But anyway, it is very powerful spiritually for a Torah observant Jew to be in Eretz Israel. If you are a Torah observant Jew, or if you are doing tshuva, or whatever this situation is, know that you are much safer in Eretz Israel as a Jew than anywhere in the world. God has eyes on this land throughout the entire year. In every other nation, you are under the hashgacha, there is a ministering angel of the nation that is over you. So even if you have a minyan and the Shekhinah is with you and you are praying, know that your prayers have to be taken by that malach, that angel that oversees a nation, and brought to Eretz Israel. His prayers, your blessings are in the hands of the angel of that one of the 70 nations. Whereas if you are here in Eretz Israel, your prayers ascend directly up to Hashem. You have so much more spiritual power here. So it's worth considering sacrificing some physical pleasures or physical comforts. Anyway, things are looking like they may not be so comfortable anymore, chas v'shalom, but that's what happens at the redemption. That's what we're looking for. That's what these 60 days are for. Geulah b'rachamim. Consider coming.